Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today I want to give you a quick message. Have you ever heard to be the voice you needed to hear when you were younger? Because this is such a beautiful saying, because not many of us have parents which truly understood us when we were little, which understood like what we want to do, how we want to express ourselves, what are our greatest potentials. Like, it's impossible to know all of that. So often we've heard in the past that we need to have a backup plan. We can't do what we are passionate about because you can't make a living out of that. Many people have been told to do what's most acceptable in the society, so they would not be victims of certain circumstances and so on. I know for myself, when I was little, when I was drawing all the time, my parents said to go into art school, but then they also said that I need to, when I will be older, I will need to find a backup because it's not possible to make a living out of doing art. And later when I went into sports, they said I need to finish school and then college and then all of that to find a well-paid job so I can do sports. And many of us have heard stories like that. And most of the stories have influenced people to do the things people around them told them to do, but not what their hearts are saying. So I want to remind you today with this message to be the voice you needed to hear when you were younger. Because often we just wanted to hear you're doing a great job. Often we wanted to hear you're already enough. Just do what you love. Often we wanted to hear that we are always supported, right? And because when we were little, we've heard many critics about ourselves, often from our parents or anyone around us. We are still holding these critics within ourselves, and every time we think we did something wrong, we start criticizing ourselves. How often you find yourself in that state? I just want to remind you to catch yourself when it happens to you, because that's the reason you can't fully accept yourself, because you're criticizing yourself, you're judging yourself. And if you want to fully accept yourself, there's something the universe wants you to know. The universe wants you to know that if you want to fully accept yourself, you need to stop judging yourself. You need to stop criticizing yourself. But because when we say, I need to stop judging myself, the judging will not stop because it's a program. And we can't stop a program by saying to it, hey, stop. We can't do that. We can only stop certain program by creating a new one, by creating new patterns in our mind, which means that we start developing a kinder self-talk and we create more beautiful self-image. As many psychologists are saying that the way we see our lives is coming actually from our self-image, which is how we see ourselves. So if you want to brighten up your life, brighten up your self-image, and become your greater friend to yourself, become more kind to yourself, and start saying the words to yourself which you wanted to hear when you were little, it will help you to unlimit yourself, to unblock yourself. You will see every time you start criticizing yourself or judging yourself, catch yourself there. And that's the first victory. Every time you catch yourself, judging yourself is a great victory. Celebrate that. And then ask yourself what you actually want to hear at that moment. What you actually want to hear at the moment where you are criticizing yourself, because you will recognize, well, the critics that I'm hearing are coming from maybe from my parents or from whoever. Those are not my critics, why I'm still carrying them? And that's where you will be able to let go of them. How you want to talk to yourself. If you would right now, if you would step outside of yourself and you would look at yourself with a great degree of compassion, what words would you use to talk to yourself? Think about that. Those are like a deep thing. It's a deep thinking process. But truly, when we become so aware of that mind chattering, we recognize that so often we are truly mean to ourselves, and that's why we feel so low. And if you want to like uplift yourself, just uplift your self-talk and become more aware of the moments where you start criticizing yourself, when you start judging yourself. Catch yourself there and ask yourself what you actually want to hear at that moment. And the acceptance will happen. Soon after that, acceptance will happen. You will recognize, well, there are maybe some dark aspects of yourself. Maybe you're still carrying some guilt, some pain, some shame, some fear, some anger, some frustration, some sadness, some misery within you. And it's all okay. Like, we all are carrying different shadows with us. And through the process of life, we are learning more of how to shine a light to the dark places, right? And if you want to fully accept yourself, just acknowledge all of different aspects of yourself. Don't judge yourself. Don't blame yourself. Don't criticize yourself. Acknowledge yourself. Feel it. You know, every time you start feeling what you feel, the tension will be released. You know, the tension can't actually stand your attention. So every time you start feeling what you feel, that negative energy will be released. That's why it loves to hang in the shadows. So every time you become aware of something unpleasant within you, you are releasing that negative energy, and that's where self-acceptance comes into place. So if you want to accept yourself fully, become aware of yourself and do not judge yourself, do not criticize yourself. And from that state, be the voice you needed to hear when you were younger. And start treating yourself like there is an inner child within you, maybe wounded, and become a great friend to that inner child. Do the things you love to do. Do the things you feel like you want to do. Express yourself fully. Find things where you can express yourself. If that's art, do that. If that's music or writing, do that. If that's sport, do that. If that's communication, talk with people, hang with people. We are social beings. Do what feels deep inside you, like what your, if we say, inner child is craving the most, because that's what your soul is calling you to do. So always listen to yourself. That's what will help you to completely accept yourself, to completely fulfill this empty, like the empty parts of yourself. That will completely shift how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself, and how you experience yourself. So my friends, this is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting. I'm sharing today with you painting Brave as a Lion. You've seen it before. But my friends, bravery is not something We need to try hard to experience it. It's actually coming from self-acceptance. So often people think that people are brave, but people which we see as brave people are actually people which have accepted all of themselves. They're not afraid to expose themselves to anyone, and that's bravery. So, my friends, if you want to become braver, accept all of yourself. Some people will not like what you're expressing, and it's all okay. But many people will relate to you because you're doing something honest, something which is coming from your heart, something they all want to do as well, but they are afraid of doing that. So you are becoming a great example that it's possible to be authentic, that it's possible to be unique, that it's possible to truly express all of yourself. This is it, my friends. Have a beautiful day. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Don't forget, I'm running a giveaway of the print of the painting Love, which you can find on my Instagram page, where you can enter the giveaway. So see you there, my friends, and thanks to all of you for supporting my art on my Etsy shop. You're all truly appreciated. One love, my friends.